I am Dracula.
Welcome back, everyone. Me and Dee here from fucking the Graveyard Club.
Back once again.
Back once again, as you know, for season 2.
We're trying to hit it heavy and hard.
Heavy and hard is right pause.
Pause! Sorry about that.
But as you know, we pick films. We take turns picking films.
Yes, we do.
And Dee, we're on a fucking roll this season. Like, there's some bangers we've been talking about.
Can I just say one thing? This was made on a kind of a rash decision because I'm actually going away tomorrow.
You're on vacation.
I'm on vacay tomorrow.
We got that.
Germany. So
Me and Dee were actually in Germany twice, and we got into
chaos
over there.
ensued.
I really recommend Berlin.
Trezor.
Oh.
For the 24-hour raves on New Year's Eve.
No, we're getting a bit X-rated here.
Okay, sorry.
That's leave that for the Patreon.
For Patreon.
Dee, right?
Okay, so
sorry, the last episode.
I was just saying, if I had known that we didn't talk about Terrifier 3, I would have picked that. But anyways, I'm happy with my choice.
So, review incoming for Terrifier 3.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know we didn't cover.
Would you just make sure that's recording?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, it is.
Do you want to tell them what happened last time?
What, in the last episode?
Yeah.
You felt because you said it in the podcast.
Did I? Yeah, but you were so mad that you didn't even acknowledge it.
I know.
Okay, right. Anyways, let's carry on.
So my last pick was The Substance. I think that it was a great film.
That was a good film.
Good ass film, especially.
Yeah, that was a good choice.
Brand new film, like 2024 modern horror, like pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up here now with a 1978 Faces of Death. Don't know if anybody's heard of this one. Wouldn't be surprised if you haven't. It's kind of like a cult. I'm gonna say it's culty. Classic vibes.
Would you put it in
like
the same
freaks and stuff like that?
Cannibal Holocaust.
I was just about to say it's down the path of Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox kind of as well, and
Slaughter Vomit Dolls.
Yeah. No, sorry, not as extreme as that and fucking weird because I don't want to promote that man at all, but and also kind of like documentary as well. So there's no main characters. Let me just get on to here. It's basically a voiceover, would you say? Or like a...
What I get from it almost looks like a documentary.
A documentary, yeah, or a mockumentary.
But it's almost broken up into parts. If you watch the movie, for people that have seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like there's a part where it's about suicide. There's a part where it's about animal cruelty. There's a part where
there's a lot of animal cruelty.
Illness and people dying from illness.
Yeah.
And executions. So going in, like, don't be taken back by it. Like, I was going in thinking it was just going to be random scenes. And it does look like it's just random scenes. Now, they're graphic scenes. But it does have a bit of a narrative. So, as Dee said, there's no characters in it. There's no actual plot. But it tells a bit of a narrative throughout the clips. And apparently, 60% of this movie is legit. It's real, what you're seeing.
Yes.
And the other half is not. And I'm not sure 100% which is which. But if you have a look
at... not real. Yeah, there's a few ones I know that definitely aren't real.
If you look on IMDb, like, there's a few scenes that'll tell you what's real and not. Basically, you know.
Interesting.
So director John Alice Swartz. Never heard of him. He also wrote it.
And I kind of like... There's no main stars again.
No.
To be honest with you, it's like an weird kind of like... I did see somewhere that this was shown in a school, or was that you that's in that?
Yeah, it's on the trivia here.
It's on the trivia on the thing. It was shown in a school, and I think parents of the school actually sued
the school
and won like a good settlement. And I think because it's like a weird. Basically, the description of it is like experience the graphic reality of death.
And boy, fucking God, you really do.
And it's just the different ways that you die. Through different means, as in murder, suicide, natural death. For some weird fucking reason, there's a lot of animal abuse. Like, I'm not going to say abuse, it's like slaughter.
And kind of be careful with it because it starts pretty much right off with animal cruelty. Not straight away, but like the animal cruelty stuff is pretty early.
It's a lot, isn't it? Like, the first scene is basically open heart surgery.
Yeah, real.
Which I hope isn't real because it's so unhygienic. But
and just, oh my God, like how graphic was
it
that deal?
It was very graphic.
That was
extreme, and it was just right up close, like an open chest cavity with a beating heart.
I'm a hardcore like horror fan. Like I've seen it,
Just random, wasn't it?
that making me a little bit wheezy. Me and Dee were cooking a bit of food, and I'm losing my appetite while I'm watching it. Like it
Yeah, I
starts
don't
out
blame you.
very strong, very
It
strong.
starts off like that, and then a weird montage of bodies in morgues, which I don't
And
get.
again,
Like
and again, it looks very fucking realistic.
highly
like-
realistic, and the bodies are in all different stages of decomposition, which is
they're
obvious, and they
blue.
zoom in on things like. So I don't. It's just strange, and then we are kind of met by the narrator. I think we only kind of see him once.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just this guy that's like a doctor, and he's like, yeah, basically, life ain't so sweet sometimes.
Yeah, he sets up the premise kind
Sets
of.
up the kind of premise, and he's like, come with me as we journey through all the different ways you can die, more or less. So it is kind of like a mockumentary as such, and he's basically like a coroner or forensic pathologist, whatever way you want to call it,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's him. He just kind of narrates and all over the scenes. Then, so do you want to get into the scenes, or
Well, it kind of does go from there into
because
the
I don't
animal.
want to talk about the animals.
No, we're only going to touch over. I'm not going to. Don't want to be banned off YouTube or anything like that for saying mad shit. But like, it's pretty much straight away with like nature sort of films, and like it starts off like, oh, it looks like something on the Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
But-
like they show different tribes in the Amazon forest, and or maybe they're not in the Amazon forest. I'm not too sure, but it looks like that, and they're different weapons.
Oh,
and
I think it is. the
it
Amazon
looks like
forest,
it,
Yeah.
and then them killing different animals, which is fine. Like that's how they survive or whatever. But then it goes into like farms, slaughter houses, for
Yeah.
just some weird reason.
Even in Africa.
Africa, more like cult or not cult, sorry, tribe type things.
Yeah,
It's just like
and
bang out. You don't get a minute.
And it's kind of like there wouldn't be a lot of dialogue in a lot of the scenes, and you're just
No.
seeing animals getting killed, and that kind of slowly ends then in a slaughterhouse where it's just
And then it starts switching to people.
yeah.
Yeah. And the music, can I just say, there's like weird 70s waiting room music. In the
Cheesy
background.
ass fucking music,
like
yeah.
saxophone type numbers as well.
Again, but what
Just-
is with these films like from back then, like Cannibal Holocaust?
What's with the fucking
had
music choices?
kinda- it was almost like
Except that
porn
one-
music.
Yeah.
Porn music, like
Or a
you know?
waiting room, or like, I don't know, something really
Yeah,
like
I know what you mean.
weird, or something that'll be on like a TV show, like the ending of a TV show from like the 70s.
There's one scene I want to talk about because it comes up after this. What was with that scene where they're all in a room and there's a monkey's head?
Oh,
In the middle
no,
of the
I
table.
didn't watch that at all, to be honest. I
We-
literally flicked my eyes at it and I said, no, I'm not watching it. I got the gist of what happened. I'll just leave that up to...
They all have hammers in their hands
Yeah, come on. Okay.
and they're standing around the table. So we skipped it. We didn't actually
but
see
it's
what
in
happened
like
to the
an
poor
light,
monkey.
so it was like entertainment type thing.
Yeah, it did look like that. Yeah.
Men and women sitting around the table like in a bar.
Mm.
And that's
Well,
like Friday night, so that's just strange.
Kind of looked like they were in a house and like it was like two couples or something like that. It was weird. Like, it was
So weird.
so
Yeah,
fucking
that
weird.
was just- but there was a lot of like animals dying, which is sad.
So we'll brief over the animal cruelty because, as I said, there's a narrative going, and
Yeah.
it kind of it flips then because it ends then. Remember when the police are called to like a beach
Oh
shore?
my god, that got a jump out of me.
Yeah, that was a bit.
I
fucked
did
up.
not expect that to
No.
happen.
So the police are called. There's alligators around the waters or whatever the fuck, and obviously one goes in.
It's like this news station is like recovering it, and for some reason they're just recording the entire thing.
And someone gets absolutely mauled by one. And
Yeah, the police.
pretty graphic.
Oh god, it was Why was it so intense like that? Strange.
But
Carry
then
on.
it kind of leads into like murders.
Yeah, again, just showing you all the different ways you can die. So, oh, sorry about that, guys.
Leave them.
The cats are having a little tantrum.
Do you make it an appearance on every episode?
Single episode. Sorry about that.
But like I said, with the narrative, it goes from, say, animal cruelty, it went from like kind of death at the very start, like proper like old school death, to murders. Like a French politician is assassinated. Do you remember that day at the start of that one?
Yeah, that was mad. Definitely fake though.
Definitely fake because we get to see like an interview then with the assassin. Remember when he had the panic
Yeah, it
habit?
was so weird.
Oh.
Like, and his voice. You'll notice one thing, obviously because it's from the 70s. It's quite grainy, the audio. But it kind of adds to the effect. I like it. That might annoy some people,
Yeah.
but I actually like it.
He did have a voice changer though as well that made him sound spooky.
And it made it even more so. You're like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is he saying? But yeah.
Another random scene is the big shootout with the cops. Remember the fellas inside the building? And I said
Yeah,
that's
that
definitely
was so weird
that
as
was
well. It
def-
was so staged.
and that was definitely fake. Like you can tell by the guns.
Yeah.
And again, but it comes back to the doctors showing us the morgue again.
Oh yeah, and they're doing autopsies on murder victims, and it's really graphic. Like I'm talking about peeling the scalp off people. Graphic.
Now that looked real, That
Yeah,
looked real.
it looked real
Now,
to me.
why did the more like intense scenes like that looked more real than say like a shootout where that could have been footage from an actual shootout?
That's what I'm saying. It looked like I was just watching like a training video
Because with a medical, yeah, do you know what I mean? With a medical background,
or some type of, I don't know, just weird, very very weird, and very well done. If it wasn't real, and if it was real, nah, you did not need to show that.
could you show this film to your man that or no?
Could you show it to your parents? Yes or no?
I might,
They probably would have zero interest and be like, what the fuck am I watching?
I might actually show me that. This.
Good luck with that. I'm not showing mine.
So it's going on to the next part now, and it's executions.
Yeah.
So we learn all about now. I didn't know they were gassing people in chambers back in the 70s over in America.
No, stop. I know.
What?
It's bad. Yeah. Again, it has to be fake.
That was fake.
Right, grand.
That was
and so it was a gas chamber and it was a chair,
An
wasn't it?
electric chair.
That has to be fake.
That was fake as well.
That was fake as
the
well.
phone,
Right, grand.
the phone. It says on IMDb the phone was toothpaste.
Oh.
But again, they put tape around his eyes so the eyeballs don't pop out. Like I'm like, and like it was very well acted though.
It was very well acted because
I
it's very...
thought
yeah,
that
it
was
would be
real.
very
I thought that
similar.
was one of the real ones, like, you know. So yeah,
Yeah.
again, it shows you people in Africa or like tribes how they execute people.
Yeah. It weirdly showed you like a brief clip of a cult. I think they were popping pills and then they basically cut somebody's gut open, was rubbing all the blood all over each other, and then turned into an orgy.
Like dirty orgy,
Again, like,
and then
that's
your
just
man,
really weird.
your man covered the camera like.
Yeah. So, grand for that.
Now, I think that was real. I think that
Don't tell me. Well, who was the body in the middle?
I don't know.
Like
The second coming of Jesus.
Jesus Christ, literally.
Well, I did actually like the cult ones. Remember there was like a I don't want to be offensive, like a hillbilly cult, like
Well, it was like
and they were passing around.
extreme
What?
Christianity type of like.
But it looked like they were in
saints
the.
and saviors and.
They looked like they were in the back hall of America or something like that.
Yeah, it was in Kentucky or something, wasn't it?
And they all looked out of their head on drugs, and they were passing around the snake. Remember?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and they were doing. Oh, what would you call that? Like extreme prayer,
Praying or something like that, maybe.
where they're like on their knees,
Yeah.
screaming and shaking.
Like a real weird ceremony type of thing.
It was
Very
very
interesting
strange.
though.
Yeah.
I wish the film actually kind of dove in more into the cult a little bit.
It
Like,
dove a lot into like the war
yeah, no, it did
and
like
Hitler and stuff.
that. Yeah, that
Very fitting.
that footage is unbelievable. I'm assuming that's real footage from World
Yeah.
War Two.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I know we all know about World War Two. Well, fuck me.
It's the first time I've seen a bit of footage like that in a film.
I've seen
Like
a bit
real, like
but like that looked like stuff that you shouldn't be saying. Like that, yeah.
no,
don't
yeah.
say.
Yeah. I was just a lot about wars and stuff.
So the film,
Pearl Harbor.
yeah,
What else
yeah.
did they talk about?
Well, it kind of it goes from there then, but before I think the way it ends actually narratively is with the suicides
Yeah, like people jumping off
and say like
buildings and.
the malfunctioned parachutes.
Oh my god, that scared the shit
Yeah.
out of me. Was that real?
Yeah, that was real.
Oh
yeah.
my
Yeah.
no, please.
100%, that was real
Oh my god,
footage that
that
you
was
were watching.
horrific. That was. It was so fucking scary.
But
That was horrific.
yeah,
It was like watching a compilation video on YouTube of like all the horrific ways to die.
no, that girl that threw herself off the building was probably worse.
Oh Jesus, yeah, it was. This was a mad film when you think about it, isn't it?
Yeah. So again, like we're at the talking you throughout the whole film. Like there's just different scenes that some we can't talk about. You have to leave something to the imagination.
Something to the viewers, obviously, yes, but overall, like that's the general theme. I'm not gonna lie, and yes, that is my choice
And
for this week.
when we first stuck it on, I say the first like 5 or 10 minutes, I was like, this is kind of.
Yeah, you were kind of
This
like,
not for me.
let's just watch like a few minutes and see.
And we did skip 1 or 2 scenes with the animal
I
cruelty
couldn't.
part.
I'm sorry, the monkey. I couldn't do it.
But I think we watched the rest of it, didn't we? We were glued to it for the rest of it, like.
Pretty much. I think I turned away for a few more animal scenes, and yeah.
Like for a film that came out in 1978, they really fucking good. Like we're still in the Hammer period now with Dracula and all that. Like, and a
That's what
film
I'm
like
saying.
this
It's
comes
such
out.
a different film for the age.
Fuck me. And even look, even the title credits at the start, they're in like kind of looks like almost like a Hammer film. It's like it's a real like product of its time. Like
Yeah, but
intro,
the subject
but
matter and
it's
the actual footage is just mad.
yeah.
It's bizarre. I've never seen a film like it for its age ever.
Like me and Dave have been thinking about starting a Patreon and doing like extreme poxy horrors on it, like really bad stuff that you can't say on YouTube or show footage of. Like, but this would have been a perfect episode to do on the Patreon. After giving it to you for free, so
Yeah,
think of this as like a little sneak preview.
I think you're leveling up though with you're talking fucking Serbian film and shit, isn't it?
Eventually, yeah.
I'm gonna have
You-
to work
you
my
have
way
to
up
watch
that.
that.
I know. I'm gonna have to work my way up. to
You need to watch the rest of the Slaughter Vomit doll.
Oh, we literally
Okay.
watched 20-something minutes of the Slaughter of Vomit Dolls and it malfunctioned. And you know what? Thank God for that. Because I was like, I'm going to fucking start screaming
started
at one point.
started
It was
freezing
like
and-
fucking Skinamarink or something.
Yeah,
Skinamarink, is that it? Yeah,
Skinamarink, yeah.
Skinamarink.
It wasn't like Skinamarink.
For a few minutes it was with the camera footage and
Yeah.
I was like, this cannot be his version of Skinamarink.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I know,
but it
we
wasn't.
watched a good bit of it, like it's not Skinny Marink. I'm telling
Skinny
you.
Marink. No, yeah,
It's really not.
No, okay, right, so I'll tell you what, I'll finish out that saga of the Vomit Dolls, whatever the fuck it's called, and then I'll work my way up to
A Serbian film.
Serbian film, and then...
If anyone has
who
seen
fucking
that
knows?
film, let us know down in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. That's
I
definitely
don't
a film.
think I would.
That's definitely. I just want to see if people have seen it. Like, or are we too sick? Do you know what I mean? Like, I got a lend of that on DVD from a fella in work, and
First of all, can we just say, I have concern if he has that on DVD. Why does he have that on DVD?
and you know, because he's a collector of all them extreme horror films. Like.
Okay,
But
right, okay.
he literally said to me, he gave me 4 DVDs. I showed you a few. You seen Martyrs and all that, didn't you?
Oh, we see Mars, yeah.
But he said, don't judge me. He said, I'll only give
I'm
you the
not
length of the
judging, I'm
DVDs.
not judging.
But he said, don't judge me.
I
judge
mean, like, who am I to judge? I'm here talking about
Exactly.
some weird ass
Um,
film, but
Like, we're going to run out of horror films eventually, and we're going to have to go to the Serbian film. So,
Jesus
like,
fucking Christ.
just be prepared.
did we talk about Mars?
No,
Martyrs.
no. Again, that's
That cannot be spoken about on
Patreon
YouTube,
shit.
so that's Patreon only because
and
there'd
like,
be nothing to talk about because you couldn't even.
yeah. In the next week or two, there's going to be like 2 videos uploaded. I have it in my head, and I'm going to set the Patreon to like $1. So
Purely because there's not a lot you can talk about and show.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you can show everything on Patreon. Like, I'd love to.
Well, obviously I'm not going to show all.
Like, I'd like to do the videos justice and try to show you some graphic stuff. Like, maybe not like, obviously not like animal cruelty, like,
yeah,
but like a
yeah,
bit of body
obviously
gore, body horror would be
Well,
alright.
just even the scenes that in specific that we're talking about because it's hard to just.
'Cause
I'm
this-
not going to sit here and describe the shit I just have to witness
Yeah.
in like descriptive terms, but
But even editing, like, this is going to be a bastard to edit. Like, what am I meant
there'll
to
be
put in this
nothing like
video?
a black screen,
Black screen. Yeah.
just a picture.
Yeah.
I know, but
But
yeah.
before we give our thoughts on our ratings,
Mm-hmm.
we'll just run a quick ad. Good luck.
Ciao.
So, you know yourself, Dave, I've had a beard, 5 years now, and I've went through different products. And, Joe, I'm not really happy with a lot of stuff. See, like beard oils and all, they never really work on me until I found this company, Denson. And just over there you can check out high quality beard trimmers, oils, face washes, everything over there. And I use it every day. So if you want to use it, you, the listener, I have a lovely code over there for you. Graveyard, to save yourself 30% off. 35% off, actually. So that's Graveyard at the checkout for 35% off.
So after all the coffee fueled episodes, somebody finally decided to sponsor us. So if you want some seasonal award-winning and specialty coffees for high-quality blends, check out Coffee Bros in the link in the description. So for 10% off, use the code GRAVE10 for some complex taste notes from fragrant and aromatic to bold and rich. And everybody knows I love coffee. Every episode I have a coffee, I physically cannot function.
Somebody's been listening to us out there.
Finally.
So if you love coffee as much as they here, check the links out below.
You know I wouldn't send you on any bad beans.
No.
So yeah, check the link out below for 10% off.
Now, let's get back into the video. So, what did you think of the film, Dee? What did you like? What did you not like?
There's a few bits I'll just off the top of my head. I suppose the choice of music for the scenes that I had to go through. But I can't hate too much. It's from the 70s, so that's fine. The audio quality, and I don't know if it was just the video we watched, but I don't think it was. It's so grainy. But see, I'm actually contradicting myself here because that did add to it for me.
You're probably, me and you were probably watching that the highest quality possible.
Yeah, so
downstairs.
What else did I not like? The extreme excessive amount of scenes of animals dying in just various different ways. I mean, I thought it was going to be people dying.
Like, that's not shocking or extreme to me. That's just real sad. Like, that's real sad to me. Like, I don't like watching that. Like.
Is that worse than saying?
What?
Because I was like, if I watch happen to people, it's not that bad.
No.
It's the same as like if a dog dies in a movie. It's devastating.
The harmless little animals. That
I know,
saying,
yeah, that's what it is. It's like animals and babies and stuff. Like, no, I can't be innocent. And then the things I didn't like, it just was bizarre. It was like no other thing I've ever seen. It definitely reminds me of something that you would see in school if some wacky ass teacher decided to show it to you.
Yeah.
Because it's like a documentary, and it's described as a mockumentary of death.
The narrator is talking to it as if it's a documentary as well. Like, it's
there's
really
no
good.
Villain or like there's literally just scene by scene descriptive scenes. It's a documentary.
And like there is credits at the end of this, and it does show you some actors' names, but it's gone so quick. Like,
there's not that many actors because and then it leads you to believe it leaves you to think how much of this is fucking real. I really liked. Because I would sit there thinking, where did they get the scenes from? Where did they pull these? If they're real, or if they're not real, obviously they shot them and were really good for the time. But yeah, it was different, and I like different.
As I said, like, you've been picking some crazy ass films, and I can only imagine what your next one's going to be. So start scoping that one out, because I might do something a bit more lighthearted than the next one for myself. Because fuck me,
you're not able for this shit.
No. But Faces of Death, I've always wanted to say, like, so what I liked about the film, I don't know, everything, like, do you know what I mean? Bar the animal scenes, everything on this was done very well. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It was done really well.
If you look it up and it's show,
and if it was acting, it was really good acting.
Yeah, like,
for the time again.
Read the description of this movie. It doesn't actually sound that interesting, but once you watch it, it will blow your fucking mind. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just how well it's done. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm pretty sure it's after building a bit of a cult following.
I think it did. Like, it probably doesn't have a good rating, but
4.2 out of 10. So not amazing. Like, but most horror films don't
like,
get 9 out of 10s.
Like, they list Hitler as the cast and Mussolini.
The fuck?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just fucking crazy. It's literally crazy, and I love it.
But that's what I liked. It was like a documentary style, hard hitting, and like I found the narrator and them small characters that they did use actually very entertaining. Like.
Yes, exactly. Like, the narrator just kept it going. He showed no emotion. He was just monotone, describing the horrors on scene.
Dee might be hating on the music, but I thought it added a little bit of a cheerfulness.
It just, again, is like, what the fuck? It's so weird.
So fucking weird, yeah.
It could have just lifted the film if it was just even no music on it and just the sound effects. That'd actually be terrifying. Do you know what I mean? Instead of this garbage waiting room area, making me feel like I'm waiting for the GP.
The one thing I say that I didn't like about, a little bit too long, dragged on a little bit near the end.
What was it? An hour 45? Yeah, what the fuck?
An hour 50.
An hour 50.
Yeah.
Right, okay, that's long. It's just like a torture film, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, but just it started off so strong, and like the topics were moving very quick and everything, but the ending did drag on a little bit though.
Yeah, at the end, and I kind of not was losing interest, but
Yeah.
could feel myself kind of thinking, when is this thing over?
Yeah. No, I'm not
Which is
saying like
never good,
I'm
but-
not saying like take 20 minutes off the film and make it an hour and a half, but it's just it's a tad bit too long. But I'm interested.
Yeah.
I might stick on the second one over the weekend and give it a try, see what it's like,
Just to get a feel.
because there's 5 of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, but rating stick
Ratings, okay, out of 5, yeah.
5. Please.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 as well.
Okay.
And I'm very surprised because when we first took it on, I was like, I'm gonna give this gonna be a bad
A 2.
review.
Yeah.
I give it a 1.5 or something. I'm gonna say I don't like this film, but
You like it?
I really enjoyed it.
See, I just keep it moving.
I always keep it moving, eh? And like, just great choices out of you. Like, I'm very surprised actually.
Strange but great.
But yeah, interesting. If you made it
But I
this
feel
far,
like mine very niche. It's a very niche
Taste.
taste I have, because like, what was my last choice? Possession.
Possession.
Yeah, what the fuck, like.
And yeah, and like one of your picks on the last season was about Keepsy tapes. That's a fucked
That's
up
a
film.
weird
Yeah.
film, but I love it, but I loved the first time I watched it because I was like, what the actual fuck was that? And anything that makes me feel like that, it deserves credit, because not a lot surprises me in this shithole anymore, you know?
Well, what in the horror genre?
Yeah, true, yeah.
There's me thinking I'm great picking like freaks and all, like all kind of like
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's
good and all, but
like tip of the iceberg.
if you're picking more of these gruesome extreme ones, keep them for the Patreon.
Okay, sorry.
And
I'm
maybe-
just giving little teasers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to the people listening. Fair play to you. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Thank you.
Dankeschön.
Keeps the wheel going over here. If you like the video, subscribe and maybe comment.
Maybe, let us know.
And if you listen over on Spotify, if you could leave a rating over there for us, like we're on 51 ratings, like, and it'd be great to get a rating, even if you just rate us a half a star. I'd
Whatever you
be
want.
happy enough with that.
I
like, do you
might
know what
hate it, but
Yeah, but like, do
hate
you know
it
what I
or
mean?
rate it.
We want a bit of feedback, and another thing that actually we want to talk about. There's going to be merch on the way.
Merch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the cats on.
I'm at the sussing out a couple of designs. I'm at to send them to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to put them on black t-shirts, and we're going to put them up.
That look nice.
That would be good, and
Smooth.
I might even do like a little video shouting off.
Reveal
Yeah.
the body.
No. No.
The body.
I hate even revealing the face. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Oh.
But if you made it this far,
Anywho.
enjoy your holiday.
Dankeschön. I'll see you on the flip.
See you on the flip side. Be safe over there, right?
I will.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Like I said, yeah, subscribe, please.
Bloody bloody blah. All the above. Just fucking do it.
I am Dracula.
Are you a fan of all things nerdy? Do you love delving into the latest pop culture trends while also staying updated on the news of the day?
Hey there, fellow enthusiasts. Professor Aubrey here, and I'm thrilled to invite you to join us on Friends Talking Nerdy podcast, where we dive deep into all things geeky, from movies and TV shows to video games and comics.
That's right, folks. It's Tim the Nerd, your friendly neighborhood geek, ready to discuss the latest professional wrestling updates alongside our takes on tech innovations and the entertainment industry.
But that's not all. We also understand the importance of mental health, and we weave in thoughtful discussions on self-care and mindfulness.
So, if you want to geek out while also taking care of your well-being, tune in to Friends Talking Nerdy.
Friends Talking Nerdy, where pop culture meets mindfulness. Listen now on all major podcast platforms.
This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Since the beginning of cinematic time, which for these three dumb bastards is just about as long as they can remember. These men, moviegoers and enthusiasts, join in a simple yet common goal: to enjoy any and all feature presentations in the most enlightened state of mind. But for the few of us who seek an entirely different cinematic mentality, I give you your solution.
You ain't heard nothing yet. It's showtime, folks. It's showtime.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you? Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine?
I had about a half a beer, but the dog had a lot.
I have a very particular set of skills.
I was drunk. I'm drunk now. It was the greatest beer in all Zephyr. Once it hits your lips.
These men are literally intoxicated. This is their reality. These are real men, and this is real beer. I give you Jake, Matt, and Daniel of the Real Drunks Podcast.